Lil Durk just dropped a bombshell that could shake the very foundation of OTF. And the streets may never be the same. In a shocking twist of events, Durk allegedly revealed that OTF Vonnie and his own father were behind a hit on King Von, a jaw-dropping revelation that would have remained buried forever if Vonnie hadn't turned his back on Durk in court. What was once whispered in the shadows has now exploded into full daylight. The betrayal, the murder for hire, the silence, all of it is now unraveling, and chaos is knocking on OTF's front door. With this revelation, the legacy of King Von takes on a darker tone, and the question on everyone's mind is no longer what happened, but who will pay? This article will explore every layer of the scandal, from betrayal to exposure, the history of tensions, and the massive consequences that are about to rain down. And it all starts with the cold truth. OTF Vonnie may have been responsible for King Von's death. To understand just how deep this goes, we have to rewind the clock. Back before the betrayal, before the blood on the streets, before the whispers of snitching, there was loyalty, or at least the illusion of it. Vonnie was part of the OTF family. He wasn't just some random affiliate or outsider. He was deep in the mix, riding under the same banner as King Von and Lil Durk. The streets believed they were solid. The fans saw the unity. But now, in hindsight, it was all smoke and mirrors. When King Von was gunned down in Atlanta back in 2020, the streets went cold. Everyone had a theory, but few had facts. The media blamed the fight with Quando Rondo's crew. The police chalked it up to gang violence. But behind the scenes, there were whispers, strange moves, off-energy inconsistencies in the timeline. Some of Von's closest allies started acting different. Some fell back, and some tried too hard to paint themselves as loyal. The tension was thick, but nobody had receipts. Nobody could put a name to the snake, until now. According to sources close to Lil Durk, the shocking truth only came out because Vonnie tried to play Durk in court. After allegedly turning on Durk, potentially offering up information to protect himself, Durk had had enough. And that's when he let the hammer drop, revealing that Vonnie and his own father had allegedly paid to have King Von unalived. Not just speculated, not just hinted. Paid, as in money exchange hands. As in cold-blooded betrayal of the deadliest kind. Let that sink in. This isn't just backdoor behavior. This is a Judas-level betrayal, and it changes everything. It means Von didn't die in a random street brawl. He died because people inside his own circle wanted him gone. People he may have broken bread with. People he may have called family. And if this is true, if Vonnie really orchestrated the hit alongside his father, then the streets are about to erupt, because that's the type of betrayal that doesn't go unpunished. Lil Durk exposing this is a move that shakes the whole industry. It's one thing to call someone a snitch. It's another to accuse someone of being behind a murder. And not just any murder. The murder of one of Chicago's most beloved and feared drill rappers. A man whose death already tore the scene apart, and whose legacy has only grown in the years since. Von's death was a wound that never healed, and now Durk is ripping it open with the kind of revelation that could spark war. Why would Vonnie do it? That's the question everyone's asking. Was it jealousy? Power? A bag? Did he and his father see Von as a threat to their own position within OTF? Or were they working for someone else entirely? Maybe outside forces who knew Von's influence was becoming too strong to contain? These are the questions now swirling in the streets, and nobody knows where the truth ends and the theories begin. But one thing is certain, OTF will never be the same again. Let's not forget the timing. Vonnie's betrayal in court didn't just happen out of nowhere. It was a calculated move, possibly under pressure, possibly under threat. But either way, it forced Durk's hand. This was information Durk had kept close to his chest, maybe out of fear, maybe out of respect for the streets. But when Vonnie flipped, Durk let it fly, and the consequences are going to be catastrophic. Already, rumors are flying that Vonnie is being hunted, that people are watching his every move. That retribution is not a question of if, but when. The streets have a code, and if you break that code by crossing family, by orchestrating a hit on your own, then there's no forgiveness. There's no hiding. There's no running far enough. The same energy you put into betrayal will come back around, and it will come with fire. Von's fans are already in an uproar. Social media is exploding with demand for justice, disbelief, and rage. This ain't just rap beef. This is murder. This is deception of the highest order. If Vonnie truly did this, and if Durk is telling the truth, then we're looking at one of the most sinister betrayals in hip-hop history. The fall of OTF won't be from outside pressure. It'll be from within. Internal combustion. Family eating family. And what about Von's legacy? If this story is true, it redefines everything. Von wasn't taken out by enemies. He was taken out by envy. His killers weren't just lurking in the opposition. They were sitting beside him, sharing stages, sharing the OTF chain, smiling in his face. It makes his loyalty that much more tragic. He stood tall for a crew that was rotting underneath him. This also explains a lot about Durk's silence over the years. Why he's been so guarded. Why he's distanced himself from certain people. Why his music has become darker, more paranoid, more emotional. He's been carrying a truth so dangerous that speaking it could have got him killed. And now, with Vonnie's court betrayal, he no longer feels the need protected. The gloves are off, the code has been shattered, and the truth is now public. But here's where it gets even crazier. Vonnie's father being involved suggests this wasn't a solo move. This was organized, planned, funded. It wasn't impulsive street beef. It was business. And that points to something much deeper and darker than personal jealousy. Was Von becoming too powerful? Too respected? Too independent? Did someone up the ladder feel threatened? Was his influence growing beyond control of others? And did that make him a liability? If you follow the money, if you follow the influence, you'll start seeing the patterns. Von wasn't just a rapper. He was a general, a leader, a force, the kind of presence that shifts the balance in any crew. And when you have someone like that, others either fall in line or they remove the threat. If Vonnie and his father truly did bankroll the hit, then we're dealing with a surgical move to take out a power player. And now that it's in the open, it's about to turn OTF into a battlefield. Alliances will fracture. Trust will vanish. Everyone's going to start asking who knew what, who was involved, who looked the other way. And the worst part? There may be more. More secrets. More snakes. More betrayals still hiding in the tall grass. If this came out only because Vonnie turned on Durk, imagine what else is being kept quiet. The chaos is inevitable. The retaliation? Almost guaranteed. OTF, which already looked shaky after Von's death, is now crumbling under the weight of secrets and blood. Some will side with Durk. Others might protect Vonnie.